there, Skeleton Key here. It is Monday, January 4th, and this is the first day of Winterween. So I'm going to kick off my Winterween reading with Sisters of the Vast Black by Lena Rather. So it's under 150 pages, so that will count for my novella. And it's Nuns in Space, and that's pretty much all I know about it. I'm reading this also for the Strange Worlds book club. I haven't quite decided yet what is going to be my prettiest cover on this month's reading list, but this one is up there. I really think that's pretty. I like blues and greens, and yeah. Also, that is a dark cover. So for my Bookopoly roll, I landed on dark cover. So this will be my dark cover book too. Well, it is Tuesday now. Yesterday I made it to page 46 in Sisters of the Vast Black. I'm really enjoying it. It's very intriguing so far, and looking forward to seeing where this story goes. I had a doctor's appointment today, so afterwards I went to the library and I returned Killer Chardonnay, and I picked up The Mere Wife by Maria Davana Headley. And I gather this is a Beowulf retelling, and I did not realize that when I picked Beowulf to be my suggestion for book snobs in March, and the group is going with that. So we're going with the newest translation, which is by Maria Davana Headley. So kind of interesting how that worked out. And then in the mail today, I got it's been a long time since I have done a paper planner, because I use, for all my calendar stuff, like appointments, things like that, I just use Google Calendar. I really want to learn more about tarot and get more comfortable with it. So I got this ritual planner, and it's spelled with a W. And I didn't realize until I got the shipping notice, but this is a local business. They're just down the road in Longmont, Colorado. So that's kind of cool. Oh, wow. And I don't really get into astrology, but heck. I just thought I would try looking at the astrological connections and see if that improves my understanding of the tarot any. Nice. That is so pretty. Well, it is Tuesday night, so just checking in. Last night I did listen to Honor Yourself by Diddy, and that it worked nicely. I fell asleep not long after. He does have a very soothing voice. The whole thing is about 25 minutes long, but the meditation itself is about 20 minutes long. And it did take me a little while to get into a rhythm with the breathing, because he would say, take a deep breath for 4 counts, and then he would talk, and then he would start counting. So it took me a while to find my own rhythm for that. But that's really my only complaint. It's quite nice. So if you do have access to the, I believe it's available on Audible Plus. You don't have to have the full, 1 credit a month membership. And then I have made some progress on Sisters of the Vast Black by Lena Rather. I am on page 57 now, and some of the progress I made through, I didn't realize until last night that, this is also Bout of Books week, Bout of Books 30, I believe. If you just go on Twitter and hashtag Bout of Books, You'll find all sorts of information about it and a link to the blog that hosts it. And so they did some reading sprints today, so I managed to get in on a couple of those and make some progress on that. And then, of course, it's also we're looking at the tail end of Buzzwordathon. And so I've got Tree of Dreams. I have not started this yet. I will probably start this tomorrow and hope that it moves quickly. I think it's YA, so it should move relatively quickly. I put it to a vote on the Pop Sugar Facebook group and as to which has the prettiest cover. Tree of Dreams, Sisters of the Vast Black, or the Antique Anatomy Tarot Guidebook. Tree of Dreams won. I mean, that is a gorgeous cover. You gotta admit, that is beautiful. So that's my prettiest cover pick for the month. And if I do read it this month, then I get to tick that one off on the Pop Sugar Challenge as well. Yay! So, today has been Wednesday, the 6th of January, 2021. I imagine I was like most of the world today. Mostly, I spent a lot of my day doom scrolling. But I did finish Sisters of the Vast Black by Lena Rather. For a short book, dang, there's a lot to unpack there. Also, trigger warning, it does have an outbreak of a really nasty disease. So, yeah, be warned. That was kind of rough going today. But it does have a dark cover. So that means I get to roll again in Bookopolython. Let's go with blue dice today. Ooh, doubles. I guess I could roll again, and then I'd have to finish 2 books before I can roll again. Let's give that a shot. But anyway, for right now, I'm on dark cover. So 12 is young adult. So Patience is going to hang out on young adult. I think, do I already have a YA on my TBR? I will have to check and see. But yeah, let's go ahead and roll again. And we'll just see how this goes as far as game mechanics. That is 7. Own voices. I am sure I can come up with something for that. Okay, so for YA, I think Tree of Dreams is YA. Might be middle grade, but I think it's YA. And then for own voices, Gods of Jade and Shadow. That's what I'm gonna read for now, unless I think of something better. But there were 2 bright spots in the day. So thank you to Stacey Abrams and everyone who worked with Stacey Abrams to get the vote out and make that happen. I mean, it's not going to solve everything, but wow, that's huge. And the other thing is I got a delivery from Old Firehouse today, and I mean, just having that brief little interaction, waving at Elle and having a nice little message from Elle, so nice. But these are both books for the Sisters in Crime Book Club. And so this is The Mona Lisa Sisters by George Kramer. It's a historical novel. Laura Grisham Meyer lives a perfect life until her world is ripped apart. Reborn, forged of pain and misery, she battles to recapture happiness with the help of 2 orphans and a mysterious stranger. I think I have I think I have a challenge prompt to read a book about orphans, so maybe this will work for that. And then the other book is a middle grade mystery, Midnight at the Barclay Hotel by Fleur Bradley. And I believe the Barclay Hotel is modeled on the Stanley Hotel. So the Stanley Hotel is the hotel that inspired Stephen King to write The Shining. So this could be really good. So tomorrow, assuming the world is not destroyed, maybe I'll get started on Tree of Dreams. Hey there, it is Thursday night, and yeah, it's getting late, and this has been an exhausting day. Yeah, there's been lots of doom scrolling, and I'm wearing my Missouri State shirt, not in solidarity with Josh Hawley, I do need to point out. Yeah. I hope he's expelled or recalled or whatever needs to happen for him to, yeah. But anyway, no, this is in solidarity with my music sisters and friends at Missouri State University. They lost Dr. Guy Webb, who was the choral director at Missouri State for many years, beloved choral director. And I'm not a vocalist, so I didn't have a whole lot of interaction with him when I was in grad school at Missouri State, but everybody knew him, and he will be very, very sorely missed. As for reading, I did get started on Tree of Dreams by Laura Risaw. I actually got started on that last night. I will not finish it tonight, but so far it's great. I love Laura Risaw's writing, and she's just an awesome person, and I'm very happy to finally be reading this. And then and I did find The Haunting of Tramcar 015 by P. Jelly Clark. So I have my haunting book for if The Haunting of Bryn Wilder does not come through, which looks like it's not going to come through in time. So I will just read it when I get it, but for the readathon, I doubt that's going to happen. So I've got my backup, yay! And then in the mail today, I did get another Interview with the Vampire screenplay. And this one is actually on the inside title page. It indicates that Neil Jordan adapted it from Anne Rice's novels. So I expect this to be noticeably different from the screenplay I read that had only Anne Rice's name, and it was a 1992 version. And this is dated February 10th, 1993. I have somehow set myself this project to get my hands on every version of the screenplay I can and read all of them and analyze the differences and basically chart the development of the screenplay, and then watch the movie, which I've never watched. And at some point in there, I need to finish reading the book, and yeah, I think it will be an interesting analysis. I have another version of the screenplay on order, so I should be getting that this week. I don't know when I'm going to have time to actually start this little project. But, yeah, we'll see. But anyway, today was the last day of the first week of the month. So that means that, if I understand it correctly, I can't count this for Buzzwordathon, or maybe I can if I just say, oh, I'm doing the month-long version. I'm not sure how that works exactly, if I'll be able to count Tree of Dreams. I do plan to finish it just because I'm enjoying it. So I may be failing at Buzzwordathon. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look into that. Also, I am listening to Sooner or Later Everything Falls into the Sea by Sarah Pensker. That is a collection of short stories. And I think I've talked about it a little bit already in another video. But it's a collection of short stories, speculative fiction. A few of them I'm not really understanding. I'm like, I get to the end of it and I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of scratching my head. But most of the stories I'm really, really liking a lot. Today I finished listening to Wind Will Rove, and it's about history and musicology and how perspectives change, how artists incorporate their own experiences into art to create something new. And yeah, so then I felt compelled to get out my fiddle, and that was kind of a mistake. My neck is not happy with me now, so. But yeah, I think I should probably just go to bed and see if I can actually sleep tonight. Good morning. It is the last day of Winterween and the last day of this round of Bout of Books. And yeah, so it's been a little while since I updated, but I have been reading. Friday I did read a little bit more of Tree of Dreams, and that for Buzzwordathon, I went to the Goodreads group for Buzzwordathon, and apparently it's just sort of a loosey-goosey thing. Do kind of what you want. So there is an option of just doing one book a month on the month's particular theme, buzzword or theme. So it's sort of like Genreland, or I can treat it like Genreland in that way. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's a lot easier than trying to cram a whole lot of reading on one specific word into the very first week of each month. So throughout the year, I will just be treating it like Genreland and doing one book a month. So as long as I finish Tree of Dreams this month, I'll be happy. I'm sure I will finish it before that because it's really good. I'm liking it. I got started on The Haunting of Tramcar 015. This is delightful. It's Cairo. It's an alternate history, early 20th century Cairo, and it's very mystical, and yeah, this is awesome. So I got started on that Friday. I read some on Saturday. Oh, and on Friday I did also finish Sooner or Later Everything Falls into the Sea by Sarah Pensker. That's a collection of short stories, and that it had enough blue on the cover that I counted it for the blue on the cover prompt of Winterween. And that's also my very first book for the 2021 Sirens Reading Challenge. So, one down, 24 to go by the end of September. And actually, sooner or later, everything falls into the C counts for both the 2021 challenge and the 2020 challenge. So, yeah, I'm keeping track of what I read that counts for the 2020 challenge, even though it's over and I failed. But I'm trying to complete it this year anyway. Even though there were a few stories, especially early on, that I just didn't understand, I'm going to assume that's just me being too stupid, because all of the stories that I could understand were so dang excellent. And so, oh, all you Agatha Christie fans out there, there's a story, and it's actually a novella, but it's called And Then There Were N minus one. So it's a take on And Then There Were None. And it's brilliant. It is, yeah. Yeah. So I think I'm going to have to give this book 5 stars. Yeah. It's just kind of amazing. And then yesterday, it's not a Winterween book, but I got totally sucked into Hanging Falls by Margaret Mizushima. I have that on audiobook, and so I played that yesterday. I almost listened to the whole thing just yesterday, but I do have a little bit, like an hour and a half left to go today. So I'll finish that up. I'm planning to finish up the Haunting of Tramcar 015. And then for Winterween, I think the only other book I have left is Open Season, which I have not started, but I do plan to at least get started on that today, even if I don't actually finish it. So I will check in with you later today to let you know how all this went. So yeah, it's actually Monday the 11th. I never did get around to recording another update last night. But here I am with my final update on Winterween / Bout of Books, which ran, as you've probably figured out by this point in the video, ran from the 4th through the 10th. And, okay, so the group read, I did not get that book in time, The Haunting of Bren Wilder. I got a message yesterday from the library saying it was ready for me to pick up. So I will go pick that up this week, and I'll get to it when I get to it, because I do still want to read it. So for the haunting prompt, I read The Haunting of Tramcar 015. Loved this. This was awesome. For the blue on the cover, I listened to a collection of short stories by Sarah Pensker called Sooner or Later, Everything Falls into the Sea. I also loved that one. And yeah, there are a couple stories I didn't understand, and that's probably my fault. But everything else was amazing, so yeah, I will definitely give Sarah Pensker the benefit of the doubt and give that one a full 5 stars. The next prompt was to read a short book or novella, and so I went with Sisters of the Vast Black by Lena Rather, and that I didn't like it as much as some of the others that I read, but it was fun and interesting, and I did really enjoy it. So I'll probably give that one 4 stars. But it's nuns in space, and yeah, it's good. The book with a winter setting, I did get started on Open Season last night. Have not gotten very far in that one. So far, it seems interesting. I'm not really far enough in to say whether I like it or not. And it's set in Vermont in the winter. It's the first in the Joe Gunther series. So it seems promising. But even though I didn't quite completely succeed at all the prompts, this was great fun. I'm loving this whole Summerween, Winterween concept. So Gabby, Olivia, thank you so much. And yeah, I guess I'll see you for, I don't know if you're gonna do Springween, um, but I'm really hoping you at least do Summerween again. So I will see you for that, hopefully. In the meantime, please like and subscribe and see you around.